Welcome to some more coffee talk with your girl, Pedrita. The opening whispers free of charge Monday, September 28th, 2020. Which is funny because that's exactly the date it is today. I'm playing it's not. It is 5:41 p.m. I played like 30 minutes of Call of Duty Warzone. Man, that game fell off so much. It's insane. Compared to Warzone 1, Warzone 2.0 it just ain't it, man. Rebirth Island compared to Vondel, if you play you know what I'm talking about, Resurgence maps, man, it's just not it. And I'm kind of glad because I used to play that game. I built my gaming PC just to play Warzone. Play Call of Duty Warzone is the only reason I even bought and built my first gaming PC. I'm on my second gaming PC, which wasn't built for COD Warzone. It was built for full-on, mainly single-player games, but like everything. It was full gaming PC. First, it was a full gaming PC too. I didn't use it for anything else but gaming. But it was built in the intention that I wanted to play COD with better peripherals and better systems and stuff like that. I don't want to be bound to a console anymore. And elevated my game. It was really good, all that sorts of stuff. But it's just insane going back to playing sometimes like Warzone 2 just ain't it. And I'm happy it's not because it broke the addiction. And now we're like, I was just playing COD and I couldn't wait for it to be over, like for the match to be over so I can close everything and make more videos for the channel, do some commentated playthroughs. Like, this is where I'm having a blast. Even though like coffee talk compared to COD is night and day, but it's insane. So just wanted to share that with you guys as I get comfy in my chair. Halfway through, I'm gonna try to make sure that I stand up. I've been doing one playthrough standing up, one playthrough sitting down, stuff like that. It's been really good. Because sometimes when I game, I forget to stand. I have a standing desk. Why not stand? When I'm working and doing stuff on my computer, then I'm always standing. But when I'm gaming, I feel like I need to sit down and game, and that's just because I'm an idiot. All right, I have controls. I don't know why I keep my hands on WASD with the keyboard tilted when I don't need to move or anything. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move the keyboard out of the way. I'm gonna put it back here because I don't think we use the keyboard in this game at all, right? I don't think we do. So I'm gonna move everything back because we're gonna be playing this game. 1 second. Oh my gosh, I've done this before, right? But now we're not gonna be playing any other game until I finish this one. I don't know how much we have left, but it seems like a lot more compared to this game. I want to say like 3-4 hours are left in this game. If I keep wasting time, then no. Now I'm gonna get myself comfy. All I need is a mouse in this game, I believe. Right? Okay. All right. I run a dual setup. I got PC on the top, and on the bottom monitors I got Mac running. So right now I got like a movie playing, and you guys don't hear the music, right? Yeah, I got music playing. Not music. I got an Netflix playing and a TV show playing. I got a 49-inch with a Mac, and then two 32 inches for the PC, and then I have two keyboards, two mices, I guess, one touchpad, and then a little jelly rest for my wrist for my mouse hand or my keyboard hand. So it's kind of like a lot of stuff going on here. Okay, let's do this. The Evening Whispers, free of charge, Monday, September 28th, 2020. Military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding in from Atlantic View. Werewolf representative pushed the ministry for more accessible sedative. Doctor from Salak Town. Wait, didn't we read this already? Are you sure that would be okay? Ginger latte. Why do I feel like this is not the right episode? Are you sure that would be okay?
Yes. I mean, it would be really hard to pull off, but it's something that'll make the story different.
Different isn't always good.
It's a neat concept.
It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully.
I know.
I'm pretty sure this is... Hey, Gala. Good evening, everybody. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? I would look like you haven't... Yeah, we already did this. Feedback. Can I fast forward this? Yeah, we did this. Okay, wait. How? I guess it didn't save. Okay, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna speed run this because apparently it didn't save. I quit on that loading screen, so I'm guessing that's why it didn't. I didn't save it, which makes sense. So let's make this little thing. What is it? Tea, milk, and then ginger, right? Brew. Okay, we're gonna fast forward through all this. Serve it. Judging from the smell, this looks like it. This looks like it. Indeed. I have the same feeling. I've made a note on the mixture. Perfect. Perfect. Anyways, please don't mind me. Okay, yeah, we already did all this. Okay, just give me a second, and we'll just run through this real quick. Isn't it crazy you can just finish the game like this? Ginger latte. All right. Coffee, ginger, and what does it say? Coffee, ginger, milk. Okay, I have the wiki open, so that's the reason I can see it. Serve it. Here you go. Thanks. And then we'll just fast forward this. It's crazy. It's like, so I was on the loading screen and it just it doesn't work out that way because I need to let it load. Okay, if you save it, close the window on the loading screen, it will not save your progress. I feel like I should skip the pauses as well, but it makes sense. This must be such an easy game to run through. Like create. Forward. Okay, there you go. Marrakesh, fresh and healthy drink from Morocco. I've been to Morocco. It's pretty tight, but it's been a couple of years though. I'm trying to get comfy. I can't get comfy. I need to take my shirt off. How it's 76 degrees, but it was like 79 a second ago because I had the air conditioner on, and we have like a heat wave coming through right now in Cali. Okay, cool. All right, a little 7-minute garbage in the video. Okay, there you go.
Coffee talk.
I swear, man, whenever the universe knows and lets my friends know that I'm recording and everyone's texting me. Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. The Evening Whispers, free of charge, Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. World Health Organization vows to stop major hospitals selling furry sedative illegally. Oh, they have the little thingy with the snake on it too. The whole thing he's holding, the little symbol. Couchella 2020, 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. How would you? Oh, for some reason I thought you were playing like in like mid. This doesn't make sense, but like mid-air in space. I thought you would be playing like that, but no, that doesn't make any sense. If you're gonna be playing, you can't be playing in space like that. So this is like an actual structure built in space, and that would just be weird because it would have to be like a big circle, like an orb, like an aquarium, and that would suck because it being an aquarium and stuff. I feel like there'd be people out there who are gonna try to crack that glass or whatever it is, whatever material. All right, let's start the day. I think my voice is ready, but I do have some cold water this time.
All right. He's really never changed.
I know.
But it was surprisingly nice catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it.
Don't mention it. Hey, Pedrita. I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment? Yes. I think the last one was the remedy, but there's no harm in checking some other combinations.
All right.
You know what to do. You know what to do? He wants the, what is it? Tea, milk, and what does it say? Tea, milk. He wants to try the remedies, but we're going to keep going with the same one. Tea, milk, unless that's what he means to. All right, so just to do this, the base is milk. No, I'm such a freaking idiot. No, reset. Oh, I clicked brew. A good thing it didn't work because we'll just be brewing milk. All right, the base is tea. The primary is milk, and then ginger is the secondary. All right. So cool thing that we had to repeat this is that we actually got the remedy right on the first try, I guess. Servant. Apparently there's some achievements for trashing your drinks and stuff like that. I might do a full run off camera to 100% this game because, you know, might as well. It's just but it's very, very simple, and especially with the auto and the forwards on the up top. It's super, especially the forward up top, not the auto, but the forward up top. It'll be really fast to just run through this game in like an hour and get all the multiple runs done. All right, try this. Thank you. Just what I needed. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else?
I'm good for now.
You know what voice I'm trying to get? Orochimaru's. That's the voice I'm trying to picture, but I can't do it. I couldn't help overhearing both of you, but it sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess.
He was my bodyguard.
Oh, didn't you meet here?
Yeah, when this was a bar.
What happened exactly?
He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves.
Ah, those two bastards.
So loud.
It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened.
Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough?
Just because I'm a vampire doesn't mean I know kung fu. Besides, I've had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober.
A couple? Really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told him I was your bodyguard.
Wait, were you not his bodyguard?
Not at the time, we didn't even know each other. But because of that whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, over to a blanket.
Really? He's a vampire and you didn't say like teeth, like a vampire's teeth stuck into flesh or like a neck or some shit? You could have easily made something about him being a vampire sucking blood and how close that is more than a blanket.
Obviously, he was too drunk to drive, so I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived, and I was stuck with him until morning, if you know what I mean. I gave that booty some real spanking.
Thanks for not leaving me out on the street, Gayla. Those dwarves could have killed me.
Who were they?
I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible that they may have had ties to the mafia. And I might have lost some of their money on the stock market. Well, a lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead.
Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief.
What a stroke of luck. The universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard. For real.
After all the trouble you caused me that night before?
Hey, I took you to breakfast and I gave you my back holes.
I don't know, I was gonna say my backyard. I let you dig it in my backyard, but it didn't come to me.
Don't tell me that counted for nothing.
Oh, I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment.
I actually thoroughly enjoy doing voices, man. This is so much fun.
I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me.
Werewolves?
War veterans.
Ah, I see. That makes more sense. So how do you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital, Gayla?
Well, when he was working with me, I noticed...
Hyde, I'd prefer if we skipped that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it.
Nah, that's all right. I'm just making conversation so you guys talk more, get thirsty more, and order more. So, you know, FFI care, dog. Forgive me for asking.
Well, I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with, something, let's just say, something from my past.
And by past, I mean behind me. By behind me, I'm talking about my backyard. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life, helping other people live. And of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or a doctor. That's why I chose hospital admin instead. So you can say I owe my life to this guy, thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Well, thanks for sharing that dumbass story with me. I didn't really expect such a boring ass tale from you.
I know. Anyway, Pedrita, I'd like to order something now.
What would you like, man?
Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time?
A tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time. He didn't care about sweet or bitter. So we gonna pray. Okay, and then can I remove mint? Reset. So tea. What about put in ginger? No. No, wait. Tea. What is this? Oh, it shows you. My dumbass, hoe ass, trick ass. There you go. Lemon. Lemon adds 2. Don't care about that. All right. Milk adds 1. We could do this. It adds 3 now. How much does this add? Oh, there you go. Tea, milk, and lemon, warm and cool at the same time. My boy Hyde, dog. I like Hyde. I think he deserves a better name, though.
Like, Shadow or, Gargoyle.
You know, something cool? Like Argyle. Yeah, Argyle. There you go. There you go. That should be his name. Latte art. We gonna draw him what you want, man. A bodyguard. We gonna draw. Okay, this is right here. Oh my god, this milk garbage, man. We just gonna draw this. All right, this right here is a fence, and this right here is a hole. This right here, no, baby girl, no. This right here is a goddamn. Let's how do I reset? Okay, we're gonna draw this first. Hole, line, and then we're just gonna go like that, and like that. Okay, that's a hole, and then we're gonna draw a small little fence. All right, so we're just gonna draw that in. All right, we're gonna draw that in. A little Gucci goo goo. All right, don't mind this on the very left, but this is a hole. On the right is a shovel. That's a fence to show Hyde's backyard getting plowed into. I'm not the best. Plus, come on, I'm drawing with milk in a video game. Here's the order, man.
Exactly what I wanted. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today.
Yeah, I haven't seen her today. And God, oh my God, God Almighty, do I pray to the Lord, have mercy on thy soul, that I never see her dumbass face in my coffee shop again. Dude, that'd be so cool if we just eliminate her as a person in this game. Or at least make her hot. You know, give me something.
Speak of the devil.
Hello, good people. And one vampire.
It's good to see you too.
Freya.
By the way, we were just talking about you and how much of a hoe you are and how much we wish to the God Almighty that you never show up on your face here again, but here you are.
Oh, really? What about me, huh?
I was just surprised that you weren't here.
Is this how you pick up your girls young enough to be? Is this how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter?
Nobody in the world, and nobody are for miles, baby girl Freya, is trying to pick your ugly stank ass up. All right, so calm your ass down, shut your ass up, and sit back down, homie.
That won't work on
me. I've no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know.
You are why I oughta.
You look tired, Fred. Hard day at work.
How could you tell?
Call it a werewolf senses.
Right. I showed Pedrita my draft, if you know what I mean. And I actually got some good feedback.
That's good to hear.
I'm glad I could help.
So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff.
So that's how you're tired? You spent the whole day writing and that's your tired? Okay, you're okay, cool. Cool.
Okay, cool.
SNL.
And I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day.
You know what? Speaking of the devil, right? Tomodachi. Let's read some evening presses. I hate that I can't click the one I want to read. Swipe right into outer space. You read that? Oh my! This is so disturbing that she wrote this. This is so disturbing. Cyberpunk Love Hotel.
Room service, get this order to room 512. The order came around 10:30 p.m. and I was doing nothing, or in other words, I was waiting for an order to come. I was tasked to take a bottle of wine and a couple of packs of condoms. Yes, sometimes guests really do ask for things like this. Talk about being unprepared. The person in charge that night gave me requested items and let me out of the room to deliver them. From there, I went to the lobby and waited for the elevator to arrive. While I was waiting, a guest came in behind me and pressed the button to call the elevator. He looked at me in awe. I looked back at him, showing him a smile hotel management had taught me. He smiled right back. When we got into the elevator, he pushed the button for the 3rd floor. Silence filled the tiny room as we ascended, and the guest pulled his phone from his pocket and then started recording me. This again, I thought. I didn't do anything about it, to be precise. I can't do anything about it. It's part of the job after all. Ding! We reached the 3rd floor. The guest left while still pointing his camera at me.
What does this mean?
I waited alone until the elevator reached the 5th floor. A few seconds later, I left the elevator and started moving towards room 512. When I was in the front of the door, I rang the doorbell to let the occupants know I had arrived.
It's here!
I can hear the muffled voice of a woman. The door opened.
Look, hon, they really do use a robot to deliver home service. The woman shouted
Back to our partner. Oh, that is so cool. The guy responded, trying to sound interested, though I'm sure he was staring at the woman's butt and couldn't wait to use the stuff they ordered.
That's me right there, by the way.
I want to take a picture with the robot, okay?
The woman said in a
saccharine, sweet, mildly nauseating tone.
Sure, hon. Wait, are you sure it's okay just to hug the robot like that?
Huh? Turned out the man could still think with his big brain after all.
It's fine. It's fine. I saw they even have a robot you can have sex with. I'm sure a simple hug won't matter, said the woman. That's a different model. What's next? You're gonna hug the Terminator? I screamed eternally.
Say cheese!
1, 2, 3, flash.
It looks so cute. I was hoping it might look more human-like, though. Maybe they don't have the technology for that yet, just said the adult woman.
Who still hadn't grasped the concept of look, but don't touch.
Okay, come on, darling. This robot has other things to do. Let's just take our order and let it do its work.
They took their order and closed the door. Oh, humans, how the hell do your people manage to survive for so long in this universe? I wondered as I trundled back down to my room. Stupid, dumbass story. Let's do another one. We have 2 more. See, I'm so scared to read this one. Stray boy and lonely cat. Like, what is that stray boy gonna do with that lonely cat? So yeah, we're not into that right now. The anxious boy and his love stories on public transport. This is gonna sound dirty. Oh my god, is this like a groping thing or something? Alright. The day was hot and sunny, humid, just like most days in Jakarta. I was standing inside a crowded bus, neither well-functioning air conditioning nor proper ventilation, trying to keep myself productive in an uncomfortable environment by reading my recently bought copy of Haruki Harukami's The Elephant Vanishes while listening to a random playlist on my old iPod. ADD up the ass, huh? Despite the hellish conditions, you could say I was luckier than most because I was standing near the rear door of the bus, leaning my back on the side of the seat, safe enough not to fall out of the bus, breezy enough to breathe freely. As mentioned, I was on a public bus in Jakarta, so naturally I needed to be wary of my surroundings, mostly keeping my belongings secure from pickpockets and other human pests. I glanced around the bus several times in between pages, and that was when I saw her. It's hard to describe her. She has no specific characteristics to differentiate herself from other women. She was like the perfect example of a girl you walk past unseen on the sidewalk every day. Basically, that's what you call that? is a girl that exists just to fill the population. That's what you call that. A girl or a guy. That's not like a boy girl type thing. I'm just saying those are people that are just there to fill the population. All right, the extras. A girl you might glance at for a second, and then a few steps later it would be hard to even remember her hair color, never mind her eyes, her nose, her mouth, or her ass looked like. She was standing near the front door of the bus, not leaning on anything or anyone, not touching the bacteria-infested hand grip of the ceiling of the bus. Although, to be fair, it might have been hard for her to reach that grip anyway, but still, she stood there with the perfect balance of tree-rooted and healthy soil. She stood as if somebody had silently put the Venus de Milo on the bus, and she somehow fit perfectly without anyone noticing it happen. I have no idea what... Excuse me. I have no idea what that means. Also, in the background, these two people are blinking, so that's kind of creepy. She was wearing a pair of headphones, wired just like headphones were supposed to be. No, they're not. They're supposed to be wireless. And a slight smile on her face. Sometimes she closed her eyes for a few moments, enjoying the music only she could hear. Her eyes rarely stayed at one place. They kept wandering around the bus. Not too fast like someone's anxious, not too slow like someone looking at something specific. This person's a perv, by the way. Like, just let her be, man. Stop examining her. Maybe she's the one, I thought. This isn't the first time I thought like that across my mind. As a hopeless romantic, seeing any woman who piques my interest will immediately trigger a story in my imagination. A story of how I'll approach them, get to know them with proviso I don't know. That usually I look these words up, but it'll take extra time for me to like pull it up, see how it's pronounced and what does it mean. That they're just as I imagined them to be, start dating, get married, have kids, grow old in our home, and so on. Dude, what's wrong with you, dog? Random cuties, that's what I call them. Unicorns among horses. The term doesn't apply to any cute girls I see, of course. It has to be someone special, or at least someone I imagine to be special. The thing is, automatically imagining those stories wherever I happen across a random cutie isn't healthy. It puts a toll on my mind and, of course, my heart. It creates a lot of unhealthy expectations before any opportunities even arise. Oh shit, she looked at me. We made eye contact for a brief flash of seconds. I immediately returned to my book. Did she notice I was staring at her? Did she see what I was thinking? Oh my god, my mind stopped when spinning, overthinking while my pulse beats double time in my ears. I continued staring at my book with what just happened. I obviously can't read it properly. My eyes were looking at the words, but nothing was being processed other than thoughts of her. I glanced back at her and she was staring at me. Eye contact more than once. It has to mean something. Should I approach her and introduce myself? Yes, I should. But what about my pants tent? What if things go wrong? Oh my god, what's the worst thing that could happen if we introduce ourselves? First, it's a crowded bus, and moving from the rear door to the front will definitely annoy some people. Second, what if after I approach her, she becomes annoyed and, well, come on, you're overthinking this. As usual, nothing bad will happen even if she does get annoyed. But don't she doesn't want to get have you ever thought of it that she doesn't want to get bothered to be annoyed? Like, she's supposed to never ever get approached, but somehow still, what is that thing they say? That girls don't want to be approached by anyone but handsome guys. What is it? I don't know. I was reading some sort of thing on Reddit someone wrote earlier. Not earlier, like today. I was reading something. It was supposed to be sarcasm or something really weird. That's why this all of a sudden reminded me of that. I glanced over, but I don't remember what it said. Don't dismiss me. Nothing bad will happen. Well, she might scream and say I'm a pervert, and then the whole bus will beat me to death. Oh, and the worst option? What if we introduce ourselves and it turns out she's not like we imagined her to be at all? All that time and energy we wasted, exchanged for years of agony. For everything. I can't do that. I can do certain sudden stops in if I know it's coming and I actually feel it, but I can't do when I'm reading it. I can't do it. I always lag the word. The very last letter I end up lagging it. I just make it weird. I can't do it. Everything will be fine. Don't worry so much. No matter what happens second, we will still have to try something first. No, there's too much risk. The debate is still raging inside my head, and that's when it happens. We make eye contact again, but this time it lasts longer than a few seconds, and then she smiled. She smiled at me, just a small curve on those perfectly average, beautiful lips. I quickly returned to my books. See, you have to do something. Something is spelled wrong right here. Don't they have autocorrect in this spell check or whatever when they're making a game? But remember the girl with the violin we saw on the train to Yogyakarta a few years ago? Of course I remember. Exactly. She was just a random person that sat across from you on the train. We don't even remember what a month it was, and yet we still remember the maroon coat she was wearing, the violin case she put in in the overhead compartment, her reddish hair, and that pixie cut her. Yeah. So stop it. That was different, and we might have saved ourselves a lot of embarrassment by not talking to her. The thoughts, the noise, the internal dialogue, it won't stop. I was sweating, but not because of the heat, a cold sweat. This had to stop. Stop, I screamed internally. Everything stopped, and just in time, my old iPod randomly shuffled to explosions in space. The only moment we were alone. I cranked up the volume, put my book in my bag, and just breathed. Yeah, I might lose the chance to meet the one by doing this, but at least, as long as I don't know, she's perfect. As long as I don't know her, she's perfect. As far as I know, she might be listening to Explosions in Space. As far as I know, she might be a big fan of Haru Kami and the Final Dreams. I can never read Roman numerals. I'm gonna guess that is 6, 7. I don't know. As far as I know, she might be single. As far as I know, she might be 100% perfect match for me. That I believe can't exist if my knowledge of her goes any further than what I know right now. Besides, as the old saying goes, can I scroll this? Oh, I can. As the old saying goes, if it's meant to be, it will be. No, you have to. People in life, especially when it comes to relationships and like girls and like or guys, you have that courage to go talk to a girl, have the courage to go talk to the guy or whatever. A lot of people in life always wait for the perfect opportunity. A perfect opportunity doesn't exist. You create your own perfect opportunity. You don't just wait for something magically to happen and she wants to come talk to you, or that's her. That's not a perfect opportunity either. She over there is mustering up the courage, or already has the courage, and she's creating the opportunity to come talk to you, or he's creating an opportunity to come and talk to her, you know? So like in my life, the thing that I've always done is I hate living in what if. Worst is gonna happen. She's gonna wave me off. She's married, boyfriend, in a relationship, whatever. Or we'll just have a conversation and that's the end of it. Or we'll actually get to know each other and we know something might come out of it. But there's so many times in my life where if I didn't make the move and I didn't go talk to the chick, I wouldn't have such great, amazing experiences in my life. Memories that I could stories to share and memories to be proud of. So in life, it doesn't matter. Just there is no perfect opportunity. You create your own perfect opportunity. Go have a conversation with somebody, be respectful, and it's not always going to work out, but hey, at least you won't walk back home thinking what if, because now you know exactly what would happen because you already did what you wanted to do. But again, be respectful, be courteous to people's personal space, and yeah, just go for it. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing, unless you're a douche. But if you're not, if you're respectful and courteous, then nothing's gonna happen. Nothing bad is gonna happen. If anything, you'll build confidence and courage. So that's just a little life lesson for me, from my life. If I walk past a girl and I think she's pretty, I'll talk to her. Yeah, it'll be a normal conversation. It might be complimenting her on her, something that she has on or something. I don't know. Whatever comes to my mind at that time. I know lots of times I was reading this book. It was like a book like Hitch, like the movie Hitch, and it was somebody who wrote a book like that. And what were they saying? It was what was it? It was don't compliment. It's so much easier to compliment. Instead of complimenting something like someone's dress or their clothes, it's better to just pass the compliment on someone's smile to get the conversation going. Or you have nice, if they have nail polish on or something. It was something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, the thing that I do remember is that complimenting someone on their smile. And usually when you compliment someone on their smile, they'll smile when you compliment them on their smile. So even if they're not smiling, they will smile. So then you compliment. It's one of those things where you don't have to compliment, but hey baby girl, you got a fat ass, dog. That dumpster be fine as hell, dog. Let me drop some shit in that dumpster, dog. Doesn't have to be like that. Also, don't be a douche like I am. But I'm just saying, create your own opportunities. It's not even in relationships, it's anything in life. Create your own opportunities. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity, because it doesn't exist until you make it yourself. The bus stopped in front of the Plaza Sinayan. My destination, it was time for me to go. I decided not to look in her direction as I left, knowing that if I looked at her, it would be the last time I ever saw her. That's too hard for a hopeless romantic like me. I left the bus, enjoyed the warm sun and the breeze of fresh air, finally out of that metal Schrodinger's bus. And that's what had happened. I turned to my right and there she was, standing alone, enjoying the breeze. Now she was free of the roasting metal box we humans named the bus. She turned her head to the left, showing a glimmer of surprise at seeing me standing there. After that, she smiled. So, if it's meant to be, we'll be. Dude, just talk to her, dog. God damn, drop your balls for once. Okay.
Overall, it was a good day.
That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll.
Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital admitting life going?
That's not even a word, Freya, but I'll gladly answer that question.
Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there.
That's such a mean way to say that, like a rude way to say, oh, actually, I'm not even sure. Like, actually, I don't even know. I'm too tired to like come up with additional sentences. Plus, we've talked too much in this game already.
It's pretty boring to talk about. Mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require intensive care, such as operations, I go through what we do and how much it would cost them.
Kind of like biz dev for people's lives then.
You could say that.
Damn, that sounds complicated and hard.
That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough, whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from the business perspective.
Good point. Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job?
I guess most people don't really notice we exist or even think about the necessity of it.
Exactly. It's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it.
Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside of the hospital.
Why?
For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyways.
Such professionalism and loyalty. Freya, you could learn one thing or two from this. Instead of stealing people's personal lives and making a buck off of it, how about you leave them alone and come up with a original idea for yourself? You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here.
He needs to be a bit less loyal, though.
Hide?
You've been doing this job for a while, right?
Almost 50 years now.
Whoa, I didn't know that. Wait, 50 years in the same position?
Uh-huh.
Holy, ask for a promotion, man.
They keep offering me new positions, mostly managerial.
Take it.
Not interested.
Why?
It's not something I want. Besides, as I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position.
But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right?
Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now, and I still get raises while I'm doing this job.
Oh, I really can't figure you out.
That's Gala for you.
Anyway, my shit's starting soon. It was nice catching up with you, both of you. Are you going to stay here, Hyde?
Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here.
I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess.
Wow, that's long.
Yep.
Safe trip. See you around, Peterita, and you too, Freya.
See you.
Take care on your way, man. Now we're gonna talk about his trip. Oh, it big. My bitch be bad and bougie. Cooking the dough a la Uzi.
You know, it's kind of hard to believe someone like Gayla could be your best friend.
We were just talking about that before you arrived.
Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So how did you guys meet?
Seriously, I have to retell the story.
Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere, right?
Alright then. We met in this place back when it was a bar.
Thank you so much. I would have flipped my desk and then like took this water bottle and deep throated it to myself. If they repeated that whole damn story.
Wow, I never knew Gayla used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to a medic?
Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now.
But you know why, right?
I you trying to squeeze the story from me?
Obviously.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
That's him, not you.
Seriously, Freya?
Come on.
No, Pi, don't do it. She a hoe.
I won't get into the details, but going to war, it messes with your head.
Oh,
You see why Gayla doesn't want to talk about it, huh?
I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then.
The only thing he was confident in was his strength, so he only did work that relied on his muscle.
That wouldn't help him get over his trauma, right, though, right?
She's such an idiot, dog.
Of course not.
Of course not, but it was the only thing he could do. Or at least it's the only thing he thought he could do.
But you hired him for his muscle.
Hey, I didn't know about all of that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard, and we weren't that close yet, so no personal feelings. I needed his strength. But then I got to be interested in him.
Interested?
I think he's a cool person, that's all. And after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help, which he refused.
No surprises there.
But I kinda pushed him into doing it.
How?
It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to a professional help. Of course, I have no idea what happened in his therapy sessions, but
Never ever tell someone else that someone has gone to therapy. That is such a personal thing. Freya, you was such a hoe for trying to dig into this just to make a quick buck. God damn, she is such a gam hoe. I hate her so much, man. But you just so messed up trying to dig a story when he's been through the... First of all, if you're Freya, you should have shut your ass up right after he told you he's been to war, he has PTSD. Dude, just shut the hell up, Freya. God damn. Oh my lord.
But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me, and not so long after that, he started working at the hospital. He's been
Ooh, yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh boy.
Good evening. It's nice to see you again. Your colors are different today.
We are so glad to see you, barista.
By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name?
Name, we sure have. On Earth, please call us Neil.
Neil, like Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yes, Neil.
Like Neil Armstrong. That's pretty cool.
Is that your real name?
Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we've learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthlings' efforts in intergalactic exploration.
Ah, I get what you mean.
I believe we did not meet the last time we were here.
I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So, hello, my name is Freya the Douche. You could say I'm a douche here.
And you, sir?
Hyde.
You come here often?
For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah.
Oh, you are not from around here. Neither are we.
I can't remember the robotic voice we did.
Where do you come from? Far away.
By far away, you mean a few thousand miles or more?
More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing.
That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like this?
Oh, this. We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived.
Image? Ah, the Army Jandrew album cover. No wonder you look familiar.
As for what we are doing, this place is really perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings.
Hey, what's this? Oh, that's my toolbar, my bad.
But before that, please let us order something from the barista.
What do you want to drink tonight?
The usual. That is how you say it, yes.
Yeah. So, anything.
Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway.
You really can't taste anything?
Yes.
What if I can brew a drink that can make you feel something?
Interesting premise, but we doubt you will be able to do that.
Challenge accepted. Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother.
please surprise us.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't care less. So reset. I'm gonna throw in chocolate and then double mint that hoe. No, reset. I'm gonna put in chocolate. What is this? Lemon. I want to make it as bitter as possible. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna put ginger and no. Reset. Chocolate, ginger, and then what makes it as most bitter as possible? Lemon. That's gotta taste gross as hell, right? Coco with the lemon. I knew a chick named Coco. She was wild, dog. She was I don't know if I should say it. She wasn't a cougar, but she was something similar to that. If you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. Not in a bad way, in a good way, but yeah. A cup of anything is ready for you.
Thank you.
What the?
Interesting.
What are you doing?
Drinking. That's how they drink.
Oh boy. You are one interesting person.
Thank you. That was a compliment, yes.
Normally, yes, but you can't be so sure with Freya.
That definitely was the highest form of a compliment. What are you, Neil?
Us. We are travelers. Doing our job in the space you call Milky Way.
What kind of job?
We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds.
You really are here to find a date. All the way from the galaxy far, far away. Wow. It turns out pervs exist everywhere in the universe.
She is such a hoe, dog.
Ha 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 ha.
Feeling attacked, old man?
Not really. You have a valid point.
We do not understand, but we are glad if we can make you laugh.
I can't do the voice, I forgot it.
But we are glad if we can make you laugh.
Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us?
We are sorry, but that is classified information.
Oh, man. Well, how's the mission going so far?
We cannot say it is going well.
I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that.
I feel like he needs that orc in him. Or he needs to put himself in that orc chick.
Could you handle them though?
Me? I don't know what you think.
You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Oh, maybe even further.
I missed that last part.
Oh, maybe go further if it got you a good story.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, you're not offended by that.
Not in the slightest. You see, I'm a slut. You're wrong, though. I've gone on a date with him, but I don't like to sleep around.
Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot.
No one mistakes you for that. You ass ugly hoe. You a douche. You're so annoying. No one expects that. If anything, you get around a lot around the people. If people want you around. That's how you get around a lot, because they don't want you around. Because you got to keep going around and around because no one wants you.
Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories?
Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you, whether for a drink or dinner, in exchange for stories, but I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about.
But our mission is serious.
It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me.
We have heard of those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, any Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives.
Yes, that's called commitment, and nobody wants to commit to me.
Such a strange concept. That's why such rules. But then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems?
Now that you mention it.
We don't have enough control of ourselves, and those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least that was what we gathered from your information network.
Theoretically,
Theoretically, that should be the case.
But Earthlings are stupid.
That's the easiest way to put it.
we have learned so much today, but we have another question for you, Miss Freya.
Ask away.
How can we become your husband?
First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time, you start by dating, boyfriends or girlfriends, you know, before you talk about marriage.
Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend?
You could start by asking her whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single?
Yes, I am single. Been single for the rest of my life. And for this entire life of mine, I'll always be single because nobody wants to breed with me. Because I'm a douche.
Do you want to be our girlfriend?
No. The path of starting to date varies between people. But usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone.
Wow,
What a douche. The breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated.
it can be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker?
Someone good at communicating with others.
That would really be challenging for us.
Even after all that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women prefer it if their male partners wear condoms.
No, Freya. No.
Condoms?
But it's something you wear to prevent pregnancy.
Why would you do mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Pleasure. All this information is too much to process in one evening.
So we talked about using condoms, but how do you kind of have sex? Like, seeing how you drink? A condom might be something you can't use at all.
That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that, but we cannot tell you the details unless we agree to do the mating ritual.
I don't want to imagine how it's done.
Oh, you do not need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, especially the mental part.
We did our research, and we tried it on the testing object we made, Fleshlight. It was proven.
Mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir.
Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult.
It is.
I have to agree with that.
Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base.
How will you proceed with your new mission? Well, how will you proceed with your mission with the newfound information?
We are not sure yet. It is to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with all of you.
You're welcome.
We are off now.
Bye.
Take care on your way, man. See, they wait until he leaves to start talking bad about him.
That was really something.
Indeed.
You said the first time they came here was for a date, right?
Yeah, but their date never came, and then they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date.
The game developer work? Wow, I dread to think how that went.
It was pretty awkward.
But you can't be angry at such naivety?
Naivety? Naivety? I don't know. Naive.
I guess so.
By the way, has that young woman been back since I spoke with her last time?
You mean Miss Loogie?
Yeah, her.
Oh, showing some concern now, are we?
I'm just curious.
Nah, I haven't seen her since then.
But her boyfriend did come a few days ago.
And Freya was being pretty nosy to the point that Mr. Gala joined the discussion.
My, you really have a knack for starting trouble.
Sadly, I have to agree with that.
It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation unless it really piques his interest. Or it annoys him.
I don't know how to react to that.
Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow, so I'm off for the day.
Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon?
It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know.
Oh, well, it'll be a peaceful week then. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything.
I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business.
She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. How is that? No.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab?
Thanks, but I'm riding my bike.
Alright then, see you around.
Take care on your way, folks. Freya, get the out of here. Jahi Turbuk. Ginger presides over the ground coffee at the bottom of the cup. Originally from Indonesia. Press any button. Will do. Another day, another dollar. Popping a molly. I like I pop my collar. Bars. Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. There's a coffee called Black Magic.
The Evening Whisper, free of charge, Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Protests arise over government treatment of Atlantic immigrants. An orc looks like he is spraying the immigrants who look like zombies. I don't know. Dwarven made cars face challenge against an unexpected competitor. So Tesla is facing an unexpected competitor. The Mother Earth organization fights to save more forest. And of course, it would be called the MEO, Mother Earth Organization.
Start the day.
Throw it back, make it clap, make it look good while I eat it like a snake. Yeah.
Gayla, favorite things. He's a veteran, now working in a hospital. Food, anything warm and made with ginger. Metal made in his favorite music. Books, full metal jar head. What is he doing with his life? He's trying to heal myself by helping other people heal. That does not work. To heal yourself, you gotta heal yourself. To love someone else, you gotta love yourself. This is Bailey's. His favorite things are punk. Been listening to Pumpkin Spice since I was a wee lad. Gross. What is he doing with his life? He's escaping bloodlines, experiencing life one color at a time. One day I will have my own solo exhibition. All right, where he's just gonna expose himself to the public. Nice. Hyde. He's part of the Lost Angels Agency. Old enough, yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. Yeah, there's no point of him putting his birthday because he's so he's a vegan vampire. I don't buy that shit, dog. Vegan vampire, my ass. The fact I've been blood sober for 10 years now. That's pretty cool. What is he doing with his life? He's currently a model. Past used to be a stock trader, entrepreneur, and venture capitalist. All right. Neil deGrasse Tyson or Neil Armstrong. We have just unlocked them, but we still haven't become friends with them or close friends with them. All right. That literally doesn't make any sense since he eats at our place and wants to talk to us. Aqua. She's trying to find love. I'm gonna give her that love, dog. I'm gonna give her that love. Can't wait for Rachel to come back. Papa Molly, I'm back. If she throwing the cage. 223 with that silencer. Rock that shit with the flies fur. All gold like Montana. Tony hose all of my phantom. That's a Jeezy. Chill and smile, Ramy. Yeah, it's not my kind of music. If it ain't talking about twerking, we ain't gonna be listening to it while we're working. Evening stories. Let's read one more story and then we'll end today's episode of Coffee Talk.
Loving in silence.
All right, Stray Boy and a Lonely Cat. Wait, you read all the other ones? Na 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 na. Okay, Stray Boy and a Lonely Cat. Let me take a sip of some purple drink and then we'll go to good. We'll read this story and then we'll call it an episode. All right, and then what time is it?
Yeah, then I'm gonna take a shower and then head out. Midnight, the boy arrives at his home. The ticking sound of cooling engine fills the dark, empty garage. Followed by the scrape of the rusty metal door being forcefully closed, he leaves the garage and there she is, waiting for him to come back home. She always waits in the same spot around the same time. The boy always smiles when he sees her. Meow, the cat yells, calls the boy, demanding the treatment she always receives from him every night in the same spot around the same time. He laughs quietly as he walks up to join her. You've been waiting for me, haven't you? Here, come here, says the boy to the cat while he pets her fur. The cat purrs loudly and refuses to stand still. She dances around him, stands up tall on 2 feet, rubs her head against his shins, shares her affection while enjoying their nightly routine, until suddenly the boy decides that their interaction is enough for today. He stands up, walks away from her, and closes his door. The cat understands that the time for the day is up. They're both to return to their own lives. The boy did not give the cat something to eat, and the cat did not sleep next to him to help him relax, for she was not his and he was not hers. Homie, take the cat. I don't care if it's someone's cat, but if that cat's waiting for me and loves me like that, cat's mine. All right, loving in silence. It was a Saturday night. As usual, I picked her up from her apartment for another Saturday night date. I use the word another, but to be honest, this was the first actual Saturday night date we'd done since I don't even know when. This reminds me of that movie, Kill Shot. What is it? Date Night. Steve Carell, Tina Fey, and Mark Wahlberg. Such a good film, man. How about you shirt it up and then we can head out? Steve Carell telling Mark Wahlberg as Tina Fey is ogling shirtless Mark Wahlberg. It wasn't every week a cool event related to our hobby happened, so we, or I suppose I should say, weren't going to miss this chance for a cozy evening in her apartment. We'd only been dating for 4 months, and I kid you not, we couldn't have been more different. I'm the type of person who feels restless if I don't go out on the weekend, while she preferred to lock her apartment from the inside, flush the key down the toilet, and never leave again. That's why me going out to her apartment on the weekend was the fairest option for both of us. See, I'm not a person who's like that. Like, I do want to go out, but I never am that person who's like, oh, it's the weekend, I need to be going out and doing something. Luckily and thankfully, I work from home. So, like, because of that, my life has totally changed where there's no way in hell I could work in an office again, because I don't do my work doesn't require me to put like the man, like I'm a salaried worker, right? So I don't work like by the hour or something, but I don't need no 9 hours, 8 hours of my day to finish my work for that day. I need like an hour and a half at most, and I'm done. And after that, I just got to stay online and I can just go do whatever the hell I want. And the beach right behind me, I can go surf. Like, for me, it's not life has really changed where it's not like, oh, you have it's weekend. Before that, it was never like that either. Even in college and stuff, it was never like that. Oh, weekend, you got to go out and do something, because the social aspect's always there. It's just circling your life or creating your life around it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I never understood people who are like, they have to be out doing something on the weekend, and they also have to be out doing something with people. They can't be alone with themselves, otherwise they'll go crazy, which is kind of sad. I mean, we can just order food online and chill without having to worry about traffic. Ain't that cool? And this whole thing too, traffic, like, who the hell cares? It's about the experience, man. That's what she said whenever I asked if she wanted to eat out somewhere. That happened a lot in our first month together. After that, I just tried to get used to it. We drove to the event. It wasn't that far, but traffic's always ridiculous on the weekend. Throughout the drive, we barely spoke. Total silence except for the music from my playlist. If she knew the song, we would sing along to the song. If not, then total silence it was. When we arrived at the event, she changed. She became the most outgoing, friendly, and talkative person around. Even I was nothing compared to her, and I usually consider myself a very talkative person. We said hi to everyone we knew, and some we didn't. Then we tried all the games being showcased there. We sat next to each other, trying one game after another, commenting on the story, art, music, gameplay, atmosphere, any other aspects you might use to judge a game. But when we played, we just played. No talking during the playthrough. Total silence as she was recharging spent energy from all the interacting she did before. Back in her apartment, we didn't talk much. She made 2 cups of green tea latte for both of us, and then we watched Netflix together. And with only a few words traded, she asked, "Don't you feel bored dating me?" Really? This again? I know. I'm sorry to bring this up again, but you were so silent today and I thought you were mad at me. Honey, I guess, again, pet, what is it? Pet names, honey, all that stuff? Can't do it. Cannot do it.
I've been in a relationship where all we did was that, and now I'm just for the good next 10 years, I'm done. Nothing left in the bank for that anymore. Also, it bothers me so much to the point that I'm numb to it when a chick you're with has to constantly ask for, like, are you not bored of me? Do you still like me? Like, stuff like that. Just, I'm like, I'm with you, right? Then yeah, of course I do. If I don't, I'll dip. But yeah, that's always what bothers me, man. Come on, man. You can't think of anything else to say. Which I know means that I'm not providing enough appreciation or satisfaction, but I beg to differ. I think I do well in that department. Honey, I'm not mad at you. Why would I be? I don't know. It's just that I'm super introverted. You're super extroverted. There are times when I feel like I'm holding you back from your true self. You're just overthinking things, honey. Tonight was amazing, and I can't thank you enough for being willing to join me and sacrifice your stay-at-home relaxation time. We both know how much you love staying in and how rarely you get the chance to do it. Why do you like me? You've asked this question a dozen times in the last 4 months, you know. I nudged her and smiled. I just wanted to make sure, she said, and started crying. Oh my God, dog. Hey, don't be sad. It's okay. To answer your question, I don't know why I like you. That answer again. Because it's true. All I know is I feel comfortable around you. I just feel happy, calm, and I don't know. Do I need to know? That sounds dangerous, like liking someone without knowing the reason. Oh, believe me, dear, I was confused for the longest time before I realized it's actually the best feeling I've ever had. How about you? Why do you like me? Who said I liked you? I was speechless for a moment. She grinned at me. I love you. She grinned at me and giggled through the remains of her tears. This is insane. This is like, whatever the girl's saying is like something that I've experienced this so many times in my life. And it's like rinse and repeat at this time. Like by now it's just rinse and repeat. Sorry about that. I choked on my spit. What do they say? You choke on your spit? That means someone's thinking bad thoughts about you. You should have seen your face. Oh my God, don't mess around with me like that. You almost gave me a heart attack. Dude, drop your nuts. Be a man. Good, it means you weren't lying about your feelings, she smiled. You haven't answered my question.
It's a secret.
That's not fair. I told you mine.
I hate to break it to you, but don't know is not a proper answer, my dear.
But it's an honest one. I know. You stayed silent again. So, that was my introverted girlfriend and me. My answer to her was obviously a lie. Not knowing why you like someone is super scary, but I never imagined being able to feel like that for anyone other than her. My answer to her was obviously a lie. Not knowing why you like someone is super scary. Oh, okay. He is scared. At least that's how I wish things could be. I thought as I drove back home alone in my car in total silence. I never imagined being able to feel like that for anyone but her. At least that's how I wish things could be. I thought as I drove back home alone in my car in total silence. So things aren't like that, huh? Yeah, I've done it before. I'm insanely introverted or extroverted. It's really tough to date somebody. Like date somebody. I'm not talking about like a side piece, but like date somebody who's introverted. It's just, it doesn't work. This doesn't work. You might think that you'll both come to a compromise, but if someone's personality is truly like that, like me being super social and the other person not, there's gonna be so many times in your life. It's not even about compromise. It's just about, there's gonna be so many just, well, again, I'm not the best in this situation. Well, what can I just say? For me, I'm gonna say it's not the best for me. It doesn't work out for me. So, all right, again, for me. And I haven't been in that many relationships. I'm not that person who likes to label shit like that, because I don't know, life is too short to just spend life with one person. Like, I'm not the best at giving my reasoning behind this, but it's still my opinion. But extroverts and introverts with dating wise, I feel like there's too many moments where you don't feel like you are yourself, and I'm guessing the other person feels the same, where you don't feel like you are she's herself either, because you're having to push yourself and out of your state, out of your, what is it, compromise. You want to be less comfortable, and you're trying to be compassionate or show compassion towards one another or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that for me it never has worked, where you can't be a total like heavy introvert. You have to be not an introvert, but a little bit more than that. Like, you gotta be a little bit more closer to the extrovert. You have to be a full extrovert. Those are the most fun relationships I've ever had, are the ones that are people who are highly extroverted. It's such cool memories, so outgoing, and it just makes life so much fun when you have someone like that. But anyways, we have read all the stories. Brewpad, this should show the Galahad. All of a sudden we unlocked a lot more teas. I don't know how. Still don't get it how, because I've made some of these teas before. I guess they're time oriented. They're not when you make it, they're just time oriented. If you make them and the right time is there, it'll come there, because we made some teas before that did not pop up here. So it's time oriented. If you reach a certain point of the story and someone requested and it actually is that time, then it'll show up here. But overall, we do have the wiki open because I couldn't care less about discovering how to make different teas in this game. Enjoying it for what it is, but yeah, goal right now is to kind of more get through it, and the bigger goal is there's not a single story in here that I want to see the end to, because there really isn't any story like that in this game, in my opinion. Like, I don't even care what Farah or Faraya, whatever her name is, the douche's novel in the end. I don't care how it does. I don't care what it says. I don't care about any of that stuff. If anything, I want more dialogue from Pedrita, who we are, but it is what it is. We'll continue it. Still don't know how much more this game has, but like right now I'm talking so much, so like I'm extending the game more than it has to be. So from next episode and onwards, I'm gonna try to keep the dialogue shorter on my part and just focus on the game so we can wrap it up, because there are a few games on my list that I'm staring at right now that I'd rather play than play this. But I'm enjoying doing the voice acting. That's the main reason I'm playing this game. That and the completionist in me. Knowing it's a small game. If this was a 30-hour game, then yeah, we would have sadly said no to it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back again for some more Coffee Talk. Until next time, I'm your host, Pedrita, and I will see you guys later. Peace.